No matter where you are in your planning for your Disney cruise, there are 10 must-have things that you should pack. Number 1, and this would be the top of my list even if I did not pack a single other thing other than clearly clothes and bathing suit, but that would be Bands and Dramamine. Now, I do get motion sickness, and even some people who don't normally get motion sickness can get a little bit of motion sickness if you're on a cruise, especially depending on the weather and the seas. We've had completely smooth sailings before, and we've had some rocky adventures. So it's always good to be prepared, even if this doesn't normally affect you. But the Bands I just love because that's not something that can make you drowsy and have any kind of effects like that. You just wear them on your wrist. The little knob underneath provides a pressure point, and I find I use these in combination with the Dramamine and they seem to work well. I really like this chewable Dramamine because it's you don't need water to take it. It's really easy to carry with you. Comes in these little packs, so you can always just kind of throw one in your pocket if you need to. But definitely you want to have Bands and Dramamine. Yes, you can get Dramamine or motion sickness medication on board. However, it's always good just to be prepared and have something with you. The second thing that I think is really helpful is having a waterproof phone case on Castaway Cay or even on some of your port excursions. This is going to help take that worry off that something's going to happen to your phone while still allowing you to make those wonderful cruise memories that you're going to want to make. And it's really lightweight, very easy to pack. And this one was, I think, under $20. So you can find some very reasonably priced. The third thing you will want to have is a cover up for the pool. Now, this is great for when you're on board the cruise ship because you're going to be traveling between your stateroom and the pool, and it could be a little chilly in the hallways. It's nice to have a cover up on. Now, you're definitely going to need it if you decide to go straight from the pool to Cabanas for lunch, because you must be covered up. You cannot just wear your bathing suit into Cabanas for lunch. So you're going to need to have a cover up on, and so that's perfect for both. It's also good for your days at Castaway Cay or any of your port adventures where you might need to also have a bathing suit on. You can have your cover up for that. Number 4, you want to have flip-flops or slip-ons for the pool. Really easy to just kind of throw those on, get to the pool, take them off. You don't have to worry about tying them. I really like making sure that I have a pair of flip-flops for that. Also, for again, Castaway Cay, you may want something very simple just to wear off the ship and to the beach. Number 5, a backpack or a beach bag for port excursions. It's nice to be able to throw either a change of clothes in there if your port adventure has you getting a little wet or swimming, and you want to be able to have just some necessities with you. So having a backpack or a beach bag is going to allow you to transport things very easily. It's not something that you might think about or remember because when you're on the ship, when you're traveling from the stateroom to all your different onboard adventures, you don't really need a bag, a purse, a backpack, or anything, but you may want to have something when you leave the ship. Number 6, a stain stick or a stain wipe. So I don't go anywhere without this on any of my trips. It's very, very small. You can carry it with you everywhere. And it's really helpful because you don't want to have to do laundry if you don't have to. But I mean, if you're like me, you wear your food sometimes. So it's really nice to have this available. And it's not something that you might think about directly. So just grab one, throw it in your bag, and you'll always be prepared. Number 7, a portable charger. Now, this is not something that you're really going to need on board the ship. You are going to be so close to your stateroom that if you need to charge your phone or anything, you can just go right back to your stateroom and charge it. However, for port excursions, to make sure that you don't run out of battery, especially when you're making those wonderful memories and capturing them on your phone, And just in case, you never know when you may need your phone for an emergency situation or something else at port, and you don't want to run out of battery. So throwing a small charger in your bag is going to be helpful. And again, it's not something that you might think about since you don't need it directly on the ship. Number 8. Don't forget the sun hat. Definitely keep the rays out. Look a little cute while you're sitting by the pool or on the beach. And you definitely also want to make sure that you have your sunglasses. You want to keep your eyes protected, and it does get bright. Even if you're traveling during a month like January, February, when you think it might be normally a little chillier, it's still going to be bright outside. So make sure that you have something to protect your head and your eyeballs. Number 9, gum. Now, Disney does not sell gum on board the ship or actually at any of their theme parks or on their resort properties. So you may want to just pack that with you. I prefer to have it because I keep the Dramamine and the Sea-Ban, and this is that other layer of protection if I'm not feeling very well, a little queasy, haven't gotten my sea legs yet. Having a mint or gum that's mint to chew on is really helpful. And number 10, sunscreen. If you're like me and you're really fair skinned, you probably never forget your sunscreen. But it's something that if you're traveling in January or February, you may not even think about because it's a winter season and we don't really tend to think about sunscreen all that much in winter. But if you're laying by the pool on the sun deck, you can still get burned by the sun, even in January or February, even in the middle of the ocean on the ship. And it's not something that we may directly think about if we're not on the beach or somewhere that we're normally used to putting sunscreen on. So I prefer taking the smaller size because if each person in our family has their own small can, it doesn't take up much space. It's really easy to pack and everybody has their own, and I find that it's plenty. If you forget your sunscreen, you can purchase it on board. However, you probably want to not pay the premium rates of forgetting your sunscreen. So just pick it up ahead of time. As a bonus must-have, we tend to pack our own snorkel gear. Now, it does take up a little more space than the other things that I already showed you, but it is really convenient, especially if you're in a port of call where maybe you don't have an excursion booked, but you have easy access to a beach, and you may want to use that instead of renting your own. Having our own snorkel gear we find is really easy. We make sure that there's room for it when we pack, so we do plan accordingly for that. And honestly, it doesn't take up that much room. And it's nice to have our own gear. It's peace of mind, and we know that we're already ready to have fun. And, you know, we know that they clean the gear and everything is, you know, sanitary. However, it is nice and comforting to know that we have our own equipment. So those are 10 things plus a bonus that I think you should have when you go on your Disney cruise. Do you think that there's a must-have that I missed? If so, please put it down in the comments below and let us know what you think we should add to our list of must-haves. If you found this video helpful or enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe and also share with a friend. Thank you for watching. Keep living the magic. Bye-bye.